Welcome to a demo of Ivysite. Ivysite is Plus 91's offering to artificial reproductive techniques clinics and IVF centers. The UI is very simple and easy to use. It has multiple modules which can schedule OPD appointments, manage the system, manage your accounts, and also the embryo and cryo labs. It comes with an inbuilt IVF calendar system which can track the IVF calendar of a single patient. As you can see, there are multiple search options and quick links on either side. Let's set up an appointment for a patient. You can easily traverse through the dates, select the appropriate doctor, and start adding a patient. You have multiple patient search options to search for patients already present, or you can easily add a new patient from here. You can also add a single patient, add two patients separately and add them as a couple later, or do this in a single flow. This allows you to manage patient profiles easily, link them as couples, or even schedule individual appointments. Here we can see that various people are being searched from the database, either as a couple or as a single person. The UI again is very simple to use. You can add the date of birth, age, contact details, emergency contact details, etc. Field level validation is possible, where in case of the PIN code, for example, only the numbers can be inserted. Here, for example, a single patient has been added and then a couple or a partner is being added to them. Once the people are added, you can add a couple or a single patient visit. You can see this is a couple that has been formed using Ajay and Shweta as examples. Once done, you can enter some more details if required. You can add the referring doctor. A database of referring doctors can be added in the master. You can also create profiles of tests together and give them a single rate. Apart from that, you have different test types. For example, a consultation. You can have various templates for various types of consultation. Gynecology consultation, a counseling session, etc. Various lab tests which are prominent during the IVF cycle. Or procedures, either the lab procedures or certain USG procedures. A bill is automatically created at the bottom. Here you can either make it a cycle bill or you can add it to a previous bill cycle in case a bulk amount has been paid before. Add the amount paid and click on save. Now this creates an entry in the system for these three tests for either the couple together or for the individual people. You can easily print using various options. You can also set alerts either for the doctor or the patient via SMS, email, or an internal alert in the software itself. You can send SMS or email about the schedule. You can also print the schedule or the bill individually. Now in the schedule manager, a single entry is created. This is made enhanced using color codes. For example, for each test, an orange tick is currently present. Now this is a simple template for a consultation. You can see the prescription pad which is also present. You can also attach images or scan your written document and attach it to the visit template. You can see now this has become a blue tick. Similarly, we have lab values which can be added for various tests that are conducted. These come with reference ranges and units. In case some value goes out of the reference range, it can turn into a bold if the feature is inserted in the software. Similarly, we also have USG templates already pre-filled in the system. You can also give your own USG templates and using a simple drop-down traverse between various templates. And the cool feature is the fact that you can add consents, which we will show later under management, to a given test. For example, any USG of a female will automatically show you that a consent for PNDT is still pending, which can be clicked on and then attached. Since all the tests are complete, the color code was changed to brown. If you want to ever see the patient history, simply type in the name. You also have various options for seeing the entire patient list or adding a new patient directly over here. Now we search for Shweta. You can see a patient history form. It's a pretty comprehensive form, managing and almost taking into consideration anything that has happened in the previous history of the patient. You can also see the patient record, which is a collection of all the reports under that patient. Either may they be for consultation, USG, lab test, or a certain procedure undergone by him or her. Reports is another module. Here you can add a patient report which has been suggested. Instead of going through the schedule manager, you can actually search by patient name or schedule number, select the given test and update it. Next is accounts. You can add bills. As you saw, most of the bills are added during the actual schedule, but you can actually add a bill directly here also. You can add clinic maintenances, expenses and payments, because of which now you can easily create a ledger at the end of the month. You can also adjust the service tax you charge to patients. The ledger will give you an inflow and outflow statement between two dates. This can be exported to Excel. Management. This allows you to manage the entire operations of the team. You can add your various staff. There are various staff types that each have different privileges which can be assigned by you. You can also manage user accounts for the software from here. Attach a signature which can directly come in case for doctor. As mentioned before, we have consent forms. You can actually create new consent forms on the fly. Most common, for example, being PNDT consent form or a consent form before any test is being done on the patient. These can be actually attached to a particular test too, which acts as a reminder. Surrogates can be added into the system. This is comprehensive surrogate form as per the proposed ERT bill. It takes care of all the physical, mental as well as the demographic aspects of the patient. A drug list can also be generated in the system. You can keep adding new drugs which are added in the system. These come as a drop down in the prescription pad. Apart from this, you can handle SMSs, emails and tasks directly from the system. Inventory allows you to manage various types of inventory. You can create multiple groups and subgroups. For example, your disposables and gloves. You can add these entries into the system very easily. It keeps track of what are the inflow and also the outflow. Usage is done via the billing or via a stock adjustment option provided. Next is the IVF calendar. You can create a new calendar for a patient or a couple. A calendar is nothing but a singular view for the same schedule manager, which shows not only the tests, external tests, the various lab values, etc. in a single screen. Here we are searching for Mrs. Shahani. If the calendar has been created for her, you can view the calendar. On the top you have a status which shows what is the status currently of the patient. You can have various links directly going to certain locations like the profile form, a history form, or adding certain lab records. Below is the actual form calendar that is there. It is divided vertically day wise. You can traverse left and right as the days increase. You have various LSH, FSH values which are present, which you can directly add. Number of follicles, and when you click add size, exactly those number of follicles are present. You can add the size and then directly. You can create appointments or schedules over here directly for your cycle. You can add external reports which will be scanned and added. So you have a single location where everything is present. Here you can also add prescriptions which are present. As you can see, there's a group. If you select the name, automatically all the other items get done. You can also set up alerts for the SMS which allow the patient to get reminded that they need to take a certain medicine or an injection. You also have alerts and notes which can be added. So this is a cycle mentioned over 40 days where the patient knows what to do. Under the lab, you can add semen or sperm donors, comprehensive form for that. Similarly, an egg donor. You can also search for sperm or egg donors using various characteristics when you want to get a match with respect to what the patient wants. For a sperm donor or the patient who has given sperm, you can conduct multiple tests. This is a sperm freezing form, which is pretty comprehensive. Also comes with where exactly it is being stored in the cryo lab. Here we are looking for Mr. Vinita Senha. He has donated sperm and just frozen. Now these can be done using these various tests can be done on the semen. They can be a semen analysis, semen survival, semen wash report. Multiple reports can be added from time to time. You can track out how the sperm are faring. This is just an example of the sperm analysis form. Again, consents, as you can see, can be attached to this, which act as a reminder. We also have an OPU pickup, an ovum pickup form which is present. Here, either for a patient or for a donor, ovum pickup is done. form for that is present. You can also attach images if required of the various OPUs that are collected. The embryology is the main heart of the software. Here you can select the sperm and the egg of patient A with donor B, or patient A and B, which is a couple, etc. Once the correct names are selected, then we actually add the embryology or the main IVF form. It's a specially designed form worked upon by experts. Here you can select the sperm and the OPU or follicles that were selected. Below that is the embryology details. Depending on the number of follicles selected, automatically decides how many embryos are present. You can track the status of each embryo at any given time. After that, actual procedure is tracked. You can select the procedure, whether ICSI or IVF, and accordingly the tracking is done. Here is an example when the number of eggs is changed, automatically the number of eggs shown to be tracked also changes. You can also attach images of the eggs over time. You can give various remarks, you can check whether they were given or not. You can also add days as days goes by and track the status of the eggs, whether they or the embryos have been created, whether they died, whether they have been frozen, etc. Finally, the embryo transfer that happens. Now, as you can see, this form is going to be updated over time, which can be easily accessed through the calendar or through the interface here. The embryos now can be stored or entered or inserted or frozen, which is shown in the form. Under embryology, you can search for various IVF cycles. We also have various reports: embryology, pregnancy, type of cycle, and frozen thaw report give you a status or the count. Lastly, a cryolab is there, which allows you to search from the cryolab as to where what is stored. Lastly, as you can see, the software has quick links on the left and searches on the right, which help you easily add or perform various options directly. Thank you for this demo, seeing this demo of Ivysite. We hope you are interested in purchasing the software. Thank you.